Good morning, guys. Laurie Miller here with infamous T Mills, my taxi driver. What's in the lips? All right, here we go. We are heading to Hanover UPMC for an ultrasound this morning. Arrival 10:30 and biopsy ultrasound at 11 a.m. I am not excited for this, but we're trying to keep the vibes high as we always do when we journey out to the hospital and the doctor and the surgeries and all this wonderful things. Troy makes a playlist to keep me calm, and we just try to enjoy the view, the ride there. And today we were thinking of names for a podcast that Jill and I are working on. It's geared towards women who are, I guess I would say, between the age 40 and whatever age you are above 40. You could probably relate to the things that we will be talking about. Jill and I are both breast cancer survivors, so we're definitely going to use those things as topics, but we're also going to talk about normal things that occur when, excuse me, when it's morning time. That's chemo brain. I don't know where that came from. See that? Okay.
What did you just said in the morning? I noticed that.
Okay, so something that you might not know is that on top of getting older and already feeling like you have Alzheimer's sometimes because you can't remember things, chemo can put a fog in your brain. And are we going the right way? And
I'm just listening to this lady telling me to do stuff.
Okay, and so what happens is you get brain fog and you can't remember words. I'll just be wanting to say mailbox, but I can't for the life of me think about what that thing is that they put the letters in. Or I'll just randomly say something like, I was just talking, and then I said in the morning. I have no idea why I said that. It's just, I'm glad I realized I said it. Okay, so to get my mind off of where we're going and what I'm doing, we are talking about doing a podcast with my friend Jill, and the topics are going to be things that all of us relate to who have kids or don't have kids. What do you do when your mom job is done and you don't really know who you are anymore? I was divorced at 40, and my daughter was 20, and my son was graduating high school, so it was really difficult because I was an empty nester, and I realized I felt like I didn't have a purpose, because my purpose was making sure that the kids were good, and not only if you had kids, because some of us don't have kids, just the funny antics and the things that we as women have to face. Seriously, I was 45 years old, and when I started chemo, I went straight into menopause. No more period after March 18th, 2020, in case he was wondering. Hot flashes, hormonal rages, not rages, but Crystal says I never raised my voice, which I told her. We put the pool cover on yesterday with just the two of us, and I only cursed once out loud real quick, and then we were done and we got the job done, so I'm proud. But anyway, back to the podcast. I had the idea of 2 peas in a pod, which was fantastic, but however, with social media how it is, someone was way ahead of me and took the name, so we're thinking of names, and I was like, Troy, I want it to be something that doesn't sound like health or stress or wellness. I want it to be oh, that's interesting. Hey, Carol, have you heard the new podcast with these hilarious ladies called 2 Peas in a Pod? And I'd be like, yeah, I want to listen to that. So Troy has a suggestion. You want to tell everyone your suggestion? 2 peas in a pod, and then you were like,
2 plums in a sack.
How about 2 plums in a sack? And I said, well, that would be a good men's podcast, right? Maybe that's already taken too. I don't know.
Plums in a pod sack.
Yeah. All right, so anyway, that's kind of what we do. We just mess around, we have fun, and we try to make light of a heavy situation, and just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and we always think of a plan. Have a plan in action with each step of the way. For this morning, I didn't have to prepare, I didn't have to fast, I didn't have to do anything. I just have to come with, your regular driver's license and insurance card, which I didn't bring.
Hopefully you don't need your insurance card.
Well, I just brought it like the last time I went, and they made a copy, so I'm sure they have it. I don't know what else. I don't want to get into like getting really anxious, but I'm gonna tell you, don't drive yourself to your appointments. If you can at all, get someone to drive you. Let the driver know you're going to be anxious, so you're not going to want to talk about their life, and you're not going to want to talk about Ukraine and the government and the war and all that, because our brains can't think about those things, because the whole time that I'm talking about the podcast, I'm still thinking about the ultrasound. Could it be cancer? This, that, and so it stays there. So get yourself a playlist to listen to on the way. Wear comfortable clothes. Let's see what else. Have anything else that you could add?
Gum.
Bring gum. We have gum.
Driver could use some headphones, probably.
Driver could use some headphones.
Yeah, if I have to sit in the room for a while.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if your driver goes with you, it
I
could
forgot
be...
headphones.
Mama got headphones! And... Mom, see, this is the podcast. What's in a mom's wallet?
Brought to you by Bose.
And headphones. Anything...
Noise canceling headphones.
Anything that you would need. You say you cut your finger, you got a blister? Here's a Band-Aid. Every mom has a Band-Aid in their purse. And I don't even have kids anymore. You always gotta have your concealer in case you get a pimple. I have these in there still, but I don't really need these anymore. But in case a friend needs one, always carry a tampon. Get your tampons, ladies. Always carry your tampons. Alright, so how long till we get there? See what I mean? I'm talking funny, but I'm like, are we there?
19 minutes.
19 minutes. 19 minutes to go.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. I'm being as much of a badass as I can right now, because I've done this before, and it's, you gotta get it done, ladies, because you gotta know if the bad cells are hiding in there, and if they are, it's time to take out the trash. I'm hot. Let me get the window down. Flashing. Alright, this is for you. This is for you. Don't be scared. Because you're going to be scared. But try your best to keep it together, because at this point, you know nothing. You know nothing, so don't let the fear steal your time and your day. Laurie Miller, over now.